8 of the world's most solitary animals. Although countless animals prefer company, traveling in groups, and sticking together for safety and camaraderie, there are also plenty of loners in the animal world. These solitary animals prefer to eat, sleep, and hunt all by themselves. For the most part, they only get together when it's time to mate or raise their young. From polar bears to desert tortoises, meet 8 of the most solitary animals in the world. 8. Chuwa lizard. Found in rocky desert areas, the Chuwa lizard has a distinctive appearance, including a potbelly and lots of loose folds of skin on its body and neck. The lizard spends its days alone, basking in the sun for warmth in the early mornings before hunting for food. It likes to perch in elevated spots so it can keep watch on its territory. Males can be territorial, staying in sunny, elevated spots so they can keep watch on their land. If another male encroaches, they'll fight to protect their property. The only time they interact with others is to mate. 7. Hawaiian monk seal. While most seals live in colonies, the Hawaiian monk seal prefers to live a mostly reclusive life. Found only in the Hawaiian Islands, the seal is endangered. Only 632 mature individuals are left in the wild. Hawaiian monk seals interact when mating and raising their young, and sometimes they lie next to each other in small groups. They are rarely close enough to make physical contact, though, says the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. 6. Desert tortoise. Unlike most other solitary animals that at least stick around to raise their young, female tortoises dig a hole in the ground to lay their eggs, then rarely return. The tiny hatchlings, no larger than a quarter, are on their own from birth. They must avoid predators and search for their own food. Their odds aren't good, as less than 2% make it to sexual maturity. 6. Solitary sandpiper. Tortoises spend most of their lives alone, only meeting up to mate and occasionally sharing a burrow during hibernation. 5. Moose. The largest member of the deer family, a moose can stand 6 feet tall at the shoulder and weigh more than 1,000 pounds. Unlike most deer species, however, moose don't travel in herds. Calves stay with their mothers until they are about 1 year old, then go off on their own. During the breeding season, males, called bulls, will occasionally be seen fighting each other over a mate, but the rest of their lives are solitary. 4. Solitary sandpiper. Most shorebirds stick together and migrate in flocks, but the aptly named solitary sandpiper is an exception. This North American shorebird typically migrates alone and is usually found solo along the banks of shaded streams and ponds. Unlike other sandpipers that nest on the ground, the solitary sandpiper prefers borrowing old songbird nests high in the trees. If they're approached, these shy birds bob nervously, make high-pitched, whistle-like cries, and eventually fly away. The sandpipers are usually only seen together when mating or when mothers are with their young. 3. Snow leopard. Snow leopards are considered to be one of the most elusive animals in the world. These majestic cats like to perch on rocky outcrops and cliffs so they can watch for prey and spot interlopers while remaining unseen. They're crepuscular, active at dawn and dusk. Like other big cats, except lions, which live in groups called prides, snow leopards mostly only interact with others when mating or raising their young. Snow leopards don't only avoid confrontations with other cats. According to the Snow Leopard Trust, there's never been a verified snow leopard attack on a human. Even if disturbed while eating, a snow leopard is more likely to run away than protect its dinner. 2. Polar bear. Although young polar bears like to play together, adults prefer to be left alone except during mating season and when raising their cubs. They spend about half their time hunting for food, and they will tolerate the company of others if they find food that is large enough to share, like the carcass of a whale. 1. Platypus. One of Australia's native animals, the bizarre-looking platypus will grudgingly share the same body of water with other animals, never interacting with them except during breeding season. When naturalist George Shaw described the platypus in his 1799 work, The Naturalist's Miscellany, readers couldn't believe an animal with a duck's bill and feet combined with a beaver's tail and an otter's body existed. Today, the platypus is listed as near threatened on the IUCN Red List of Endangered Species.